Hi, I'm Sofi Morales, and this is Sofi's Tips, the channel where we explore different ways of making life in the kitchen easier, convenient, and mostly delicious. We talk about different kitchen appliances, we do reviews, unboxings, how-to videos, easy to follow recipes, everything that you need to make the most of that time in the kitchen. Today, we're gonna do the unboxing and try for the first time one of my favorite appliances, a grinder. This is not any grinder. This is a Conical burr coffee grinder from the Oxo Brew brand. The way it works is that you put coffee on top and then the coffee passes through a stainless steel coffee burr that kind of grinds up the coffee by turning, and it is like a conical shape, so it is kind of pointy, and those teeth are the ones that move around and give you that coffee at the bottom. It has different programs, 15 of them, which give you from a fine grind to a coarse grind. So we're gonna do the unboxing, we're gonna prepare it for the first use, and we're gonna make some experiments to see the different results, to see if it gives us a really nice fine grind and a really nice coarse grind to be able to do the different methods of coffee. And let's get started, but before we do, don't forget to subscribe. This really helps us out so we can keep doing these videos for you. It's totally free, and all you have to do is click on that subscribe button. Before we open the box, I want to show you this diagram in the back because it gives you an overview of this appliance and it gives you the points that we have to look for in this appliance. It talks about the large capacity. The hopper on the top, or the container on the top, has a capacity of 3/4 of a pound of coffee. This is really cool because you could just leave your coffee beans there. For me personally, I don't really like to do that. I prefer to do the portion that I like and conserve my coffee in a sealed container. In this case, the container of this appliance is not sealed. It just has a lid on top, but it does have a UV ray block tint, which means that it is darker, so no sunlight or no light can affect the actual coffee beans. At the bottom of that hopper, we have the different settings. So you turn to be able to get those different settings from a fine grind all the way to a coarse grind. It talks about the motor, which is very powerful, and the operation is really simple. All we have to do is click this button right here with the timer, and the container at the bottom that receives the coffee that is already grounded is static fighting, meaning that the material is a stainless steel that helps us prevent static when it falls inside the container. Let's open the box to see what's inside. After opening the box, I can tell you that this is everything that comes with the box. It comes with its documents. It comes with the actual grinding machine. That comes with the hopper container that has a capacity of 3/4 of a pound. Its lid, and the small container here at the bottom. So the grounded coffee will be in here. It has a weird shape. It's not rounded, and this is because it fits in here. And we have the lid. This is always good when you receive the coffee. You don't have everything just blowing out everywhere. This way, if you put it in here with the lid, it's protected, so nothing will fly out. And it comes with a tiny spoon to be able to move the coffee from the coffee beans to the hopper, or the actual coffee to your coffee machine. Now we're gonna prepare it for the first use. This step is really important to clean up everything, wash up everything with warm soapy water. The only recommendation I make is that this step, you should do it way before you want to use the machine to be able to dry it completely. All of the parts should be dry. That will help you a lot so your coffee does not stick inside the parts. After cleaning the grinder, I can tell you it was very easy to assemble and disassemble to be able to clean it. One of the things that I liked is that you can take off the hopper and you can actually go in there and separate the burrs to be able to clean it inside with a brush. And another thing that I really liked is that once you put the coffee beans in, if you want to clean it because something is stuck in there, or you just want to clean it in between grinds, you can actually remove the hopper it has a lock which covers the bottom of it, and this helps you to remove the hopper with the beans, and the beans don't spill from the bottom. So that's really cool. I just did a couple of experiments. I did a 10-ounce pack of whole bean coffee, and it fit completely in the hopper. And I wanted to test two things. One of it was the different levels of grinding. So we have 15 different levels, so I wanted to see how fine was the fine and how coarse was the coarse. But I also wanted to see how the timer worked. So we have a 30-second timer here. We can actually configure this to be able to do from a couple of seconds all the way to 30 seconds. So this is where you can play around with the numbers and see how much time do you need for the quantity of coffee that you need for your coffee maker. So what I did is I did the fine grind with 5 seconds, and this is the result. The result was really consistent. I could feel with my hand around the coffee, and it is all the same size, very nice and consistent. We don't have any big pieces in there. And then I went all the way to the coarse section, to the level 15, for 30 seconds. And that gave me a bunch of coffee. It is a lot of coffee. It actually covers most of the plate, as you can see here. And I can tell you that in comparison to other kinds of grinders where they use blades, these kinds of grinders give you a more consistent result. So you can see the coarse here. You can feel that you have basically the same texture for all of the coffee. So for me, it gave excellent results for the price and the results. I can tell you it's a good value for your money. So tell me in the comments, what did you think about this coffee grinder? I love reading your comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Thank you so much for staying. And if you really love coffee, I'm gonna leave at the end of this video a playlist with everything that we have talked about in the channel about coffee. See you next time. Ciao!